Okay, so I forgot to make an intro for this video. So to start out, I'm going to be using Neutrogena's Hydro Boost Gel Moisturizer all over my face. I just took like a dime size and just rubbed it all over my face. Nothing new, just use whatever type of moisturizer works best for your skin. Okay, so next I took my Maybelline Master Prime Blurring to Smooth 100 primer, and I put it on a flat foundation brush. Wow, blah, blah, brush, and I dotted it all over my face, and then I went ahead and just like wiped it around and pushed it into the skin. I like to use this primer with a brush instead of just using my hands because I feel like it really just gets it all over your face better. I don't know. You could use your hands if you want to. You do you. Okay, and then I took the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow 206 Buff Beige foundation, which I find really watery, so I put it on an angled flat wow, angled top kabuki, and I dot it all around my face, and then I just take the product on the brush and I push it around, then push it into my face and swipe it and dab at the same time. Nothing really new here with this foundation, with how I apply this foundation. Since this is a New Year's Eve look, I went ahead and put a second layer over what I had already put down on the foundation, just because I think that this foundation is really buildable, and it's also like a light to medium coverage at first, but when you build it you can get a really flawless medium to full coverage look. Okay, and then I took the Revlon Color Stay Concealer in shade Fair, and I went ahead and did my little triangle under my eyes and put a little bit on my eyelid so I can prime my eyelid. And then I put some on my nose, up on my forehead, and I went ahead because, okay, so I get spray tans and it makes me look like I have a mustache, so I put it all around my lips. Don't judge me, please don't judge me. Whatever. I then took a damp beauty blender or beauty sponge. This one is by Real Techniques, and I just went ahead and pat in all of my concealer. Nothing new there either. Okay, to set all the places that I just put the concealer, I took this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette Contour in shade 750 S Caramel Toffee, and I took the banana powder-y type of shade, and I just pushed that into the areas that we just concealed so that I can go ahead and just set it all, and I even put it on my eyes so that my eyes are primed. I then took this Neutrogena Healthy Skin translucent powder on a big fluffy heavenly powder brush by It Cosmetics, and I went ahead and just dusted that all over the rest of the areas of my face that we did not conceal, and I blended it into the place that we put that banana powder. I then took the Neutrogena Healthy Skin shade 30, I don't know what the name of it is, in this small contour brush, and I just got the hollows of my cheeks just so I could have a little bit more definition there. I then took the big fluffy brush that I used to put on my powder, and I just went ahead and blended it all out. I then took my loose powder from Maybelline and I used my beauty blender to bake my face, and I just swiped it under my eyes where I put that concealer on both sides, and I also did a little bit to do some cleaning up on where I did that contour on the hollows of my cheekbones, so just to carve that out just like a tiny bit more and just make it look a little cleaner. See, look, you can see I look like I have a mustache right now and I want to cry. Okay, for eyes, I took this little Baby Milani palette and I used this kind of sandy color in the top corner. And I took this little baby fluffy brush from Sonya Kashuk, and I just went ahead and laid that down in my crease area as a nice transition color and as like a starting color. I then took the MUA Makeup Professionals palette in shade Nude, and I took a big fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics, and I took the taupey color on the end and I dusted that on top of where I just laid that sandy color. I then took the Maybelline Perfect Pastels palette in shade 220Q Velvet Crush, and I took an angled brush and I just dipped into the middle shade, and I used that to define my crease a little bit more and just use it as another transition shade. And then I went in with the darker shade on a big fluffy brush, which was kind of dense. It was like a dense fluffy brush to put in like a dark shade there so that we could start to define even more. Define. I feel like I say define all the time, but whatever. You know what I mean, guys. So yeah, just make that outer edge smoky and catty and whatever shape you want it to be. And then I use my finger to just kind of clean it up. So there you see I'm trying to make it match the other side, and I'm just kind of getting them to try to blend out a little bit. Then I took the Sonya Kashuk glitter palette. Wow, that was a mouthful. And I took this dark black color on the same fluffy brush, and I take it and I twist it into my inner corner, and then I just push it to wherever I want it to be on the outer edge so I can make that the darkest area. As you can see, here I am with a big fluffy brush that I used earlier, and I am just blending. I then took the Maybelline pastel palette again, and I took a flat brush and I took the white base shade and I patted that on my lid where I'm going to put the glitter, just so I have a nice base coat down of something. You don't have to do this, I just think it gives it a little something extra, so I always do. Then I took some glitter glue and I just put that on where I'm going to put the glitter. I then took a little definer concealer brush and my setting spray and I just sprayed it on there, and then I went into the Wet n Wild glitter bleach gel glitter, and I used the brush at first. I then hated the brush because it doesn't really, I don't know, I just feel like your finger works better. So I started with the brush and then I took my finger and I kept going. Push the product where you want it to be. Push the product. Back with the Sonya Kashuk palette, I take the white shade on my finger. Nope, not on my finger. I used a brush, a flat shader brush. I think the one that I used with that white base coat earlier, and then I just pushed that on top to kind of set it all into place so that the gel, because with this gel, it will get like creasy and like gross all up in your lids. And then I used the Sonya Kashuk brow pencil in like the light brown, and then the e.l.f. Expert liquid eyeliner, and I just drew a wing. Look at that girl go. Look at that wing though. Oh, yes, she did it. She did the wing. Okay, so then I took the Ardell Natural lashes and my Duo lash gel, and I went ahead and put my lashes on off camera, and then I took the Almay Get Up and Grow mascara, and I just put it on the top lashes just to blend them together for right now. I then took the Sonya Kashuk palette again and this little baby brush from, what's it called? BH Cosmetics, and I took the white shade and I just buffed it, smoked it, did whatever, into the bottom lash line. I then took the same brush, a pencil brush, and I did the black color in the Sonya Kashuk palette and just smoked it and connected it to the top layer. I then took my L'Oreal voluminous smoldering eye pencil in shade brown, and I put that into my waterline as well as on the lash line a little bit. And then I took the Get Up and Grow mascara, and oh, look, oh, don't you hate it when that happens? And everyone's like, oh, let it dry. No, here's what I do. I kind of let it dry a little bit, take it, wipe it. I always have a dry makeup wipe on my desk that I use just in case, and I wiped it off with the dry makeup wipe, and then I used my beauty blender, which has product on it from earlier, and then I just put some powder over it and I dust away the rest and pretend like it never happened. I then take the Maybelline Salsa Sun bronzer on my Bare Minerals bronzer brush, and I just bronze the face. I go over where I contoured earlier, and I just want to make my face really dark and bronzed and just pull the whole look together. I then took my Nuance bronzer blush duo, and I took the pinky shade from, I think it's, I don't remember, Golden Sun or something like that, on my Real Techniques brush, and then I took the Hard Candy illuminating duo, and I took my contour brush from BH Cosmetics and I went ahead and made that face shine, girl. Make it shine. I then took my Maybelline lipstick in shade Perfect Pink or Pink Perfection, and I just put that right over it. Alright. I then finally took my setting spray and I just sprayed my entire face. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I hope you have the best New Year's Eve ever. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, please, and comment if you have any requests. I love you all, and I just hope you have a best New Year's Eve ever. Bye!